As we're getting close to the end of this class and getting ready for our next class that we're going to take in mathematics, we want to get a familiarity and introduction to these things called polynomials. Let's do some vocabulary to set up these polynomials. First, we need to know what a term is. A term is just basically going to be things added together. So, for example, you might see like x minus y plus 3xy. There are actually three terms here that are added together. There's the x term, the negative y term, and the 3xy term. Terms are things that are added and subtracted together. Then polynomials, which is what we're interested in. Poly means many. A polynomial has many terms. So, for example, a polynomial might be something like 5x squared minus 3x plus 7. This also has three terms that have been added and subtracted together to make a polynomial. And in this class, we're going to take a look at how we can add, subtract, and multiply polynomials. Adding and subtracting polynomials is pretty straightforward. To add polynomials, basically, that's a fancy way to say just combine like terms. So, for example, if I've got the polynomial 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus x, and I want to add to it the polynomial negative 3x squared minus 5x plus 7, we can look for like terms. The 4 is with an x cubed. There's no other x cubes, so it's just going to be 4x cubed. I see a negative 2x squared and a negative 3x squared. Together, they make negative 5 of these x squared. I see an x and a negative 5x. Remember, if no number written, we treat it like it's a 1. So 1 minus 5 gives me negative 4 of these x's. And then finally, there's also a 7 left over. So after we combine like terms on these polynomials, we get 4x cubed minus 5x squared minus 4x plus 7. Let's do another example. Let's try 3ab cubed minus 2a squared b plus ab. And we're going to add to it the polynomial 4a squared b minus 2ab cubed plus 4ab. Again, as we look for like terms, we see an ab cubed term. 3 of them there, and negative 2 of them over here. 3 minus 2 gives 1 ab cubed. And we don't usually write the 1. It's always assumed to be there. I see a negative 2 a squared b. And I see a positive 4 a squared b. Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2 a squared's b's. And finally, we've got an ab plus 4ab. 4 plus 1 is 5 of these ab's. Notice these terms are very similar to each other, but close only matters in horseshoes, scud missiles, and slow dancing. It does not matter in math. They have to be exactly the same to be combined together. Subtracting polynomials is very similar to adding polynomials. It just has one extra step that we have to distribute the negative first. So for example, if I've got the polynomial 3x squared minus 7x plus 8, and I want to subtract the polynomial 2x squared plus 9x minus 4. Before I can combine like terms, we have to take this negative and distribute it through, which will give us negative 2x squared and a negative 9x. And a negative times a negative makes it a positive 4. The most common error we see with subtracting is that negative doesn't go all the way through. It just starts, but doesn't go all the way through. But if we remember to do that, the first one stays the same, because there's no negative in front of it. Now we can combine like terms. 3x squared minus 2x squared is 1x squared. Negative 7x minus 9x is negative 16x. And 8 plus 4 is a positive 12. and we've subtracted our polynomials. Let's take a look at one more example. Let's do 2x minus 8y plus 6. And we're going to subtract the polynomial of negative 3y minus 7 plus 5x. Again, I have to take that negative and distribute it through, giving me a positive 3y, a positive 7, and a negative 5x. Taking the negative all the way through, changing all the signs. The first polynomial of 2x minus 8y plus 6 is unchanged. And then I just have to look for like terms. 2x minus 5x is negative 3x. Negative 8y plus 3y is negative 5y. And 6 plus 7 gives us a positive 13. And we have subtracted those polynomials. So we add polynomials by combining like terms. And we subtract polynomials by first distributing that negative. In our next video, we'll look at how we can multiply polynomials.